Here's a recap of your markets for Monday, October 7th. Monday's feeder cattle auction day at the Joplin Regional Stockyards. They're expecting about 6,000 head for Monday compared to last week. Steers under 500 pounds, 10 to 30 higher. The heavyweights 2 to 8 higher. Heifers under 550 pounds, 5 to 25 higher. The heavyweights steady to 5 lower at the mid-session. Feeder steers, mid-to-min large ones, 5 to 6 weights, 274 to 308. 6 to 7 weights, 258 to 289.50. 7-8 weights, 250 to 271. Feeder heifers, mid-to-min large ones, 5 to 6 weights, 250 to 280. 6 to 7 weights, 242 to 265. 7-8 weights, 226.5 to 252. Monday's also cattle auction day at the Cowboy Livestock Center in Kingdom City. A couple stick-out sales they've had today. 76 head of 688-pound steers at $287. 42 head of 674-pound heifers at $274.25. 40 head of 684-pound heifers at $267.75. 38 head of 729-pound steers, $271.75. 32 head of 635-pound heifers at $276.50. China livestock market also selling on Monday. They're expecting about 1,000 head for today. Couple of stick-outs, 78 head of 732-pound steers at $271. 72 head of 716-pound heifers, $257.50. 67 head of 764-pound heifers, $242.10. 58 head of 814-pound steers at $247.25. Looking at the box beef cut-up values for Monday, choice cuts at $305.93 up $335. Select cuts at $289.33 up $172. That's based off of 106 total loads, 53 of choice, 26 of select, 11 of trimmings, and 16 loads of grinds. For Monday in the Southern Plains, negotiated cash cattle at a standstill. In the Western Corn Belt, negotiated cash trade has been mostly inactive on very light demand. Last week in the Southern Plains, live FOB purchases trade at $186. Last week in Nebraska at $187, with the dressed at $296. Last week, live FOB purchases at $187 to $188, with the dress purchases at $296. Looking at the estimated daily livestock slaughter under federal inspection for Monday, estimated cattle receipts at 110,000, 9,000 less than last week, and 13,000 less than a year ago. Estimated hog receipts for Monday, 488,000, 3,000 more than a week ago, and 7,000 more than a year ago. Looking at your closing futures on the Chicago Board of Trade, corn contracts. December 426 up 1 1/4, March 442 3/4 up a penny, May 451 1/2 up a cent. November soybeans 3 3/4 lower at 10.34, January down 3 1/2 at 10.52 1/2, March down 3 1/2 at 10.67 3/4. December wheat 592 1/2 up 2 3/4, March 616 1/2 up 3 3/4, May 629 3/4 up 3 3/4. On the Mercantile Exchange, live cattle, October 187.47 up 47 cents, December 187.02 up 2, February 188.30 up 35. Feeder cattle contracts uneven, October down 77 at 248.85, November down 12 at 249.15, January up 180 at 246.17. Lean hogs uneven, October down a nickel at 83.97, December up 67 at 76.82, February up 77 at 80.60. Missouri cash grain bids paid to producers. The daily trends for Monday. Soybeans 4 to 14 lower, wheat 3 higher, corn 9 lower to 1 higher. Corn bids in St. Louis 403 to 407, Kansas City 381 to 386, Milo in St. Louis at 491. Soybeans in St. Louis 1010 to 1012, Kansas City 974 to 999. Wheat bids in St. Louis at 518 to 553. That's your market recap for Monday, October 7th with the Missouri Department of Agriculture. This is Caroline Carter. Have a great day.